I am making this video today without editing. Today's been very hectic. We had to vacate the premises here so that they could spray for bugs, and it just made the whole day, couldn't do anything. I am going to try and get 2 of my normal readings up today, but they will be late if I get them up at all, so might just be a day behind again. But I wanted to share some historical notes here about the Roman Empire. Been doing a little research, and we've had now in the book of Acts mentioned twice deputies. And I mentioned I wasn't quite sure what that meant. I thought it was kind of like a deputy governor, but looking into it, I didn't think that was right, so I'd look into it, which I have. Now, I haven't done an in-depth study of it, but this is what I understand, is that the term deputy should be, or would be more appropriately translated, proconsul. Now, what a consul is in the Roman Empire, starting in the Roman Republic, according to their constitution, the military was commanded at all times by 2 consuls. And a consul was elected by the Senate to serve a term of 1 year. At the end of a year, they stepped down and new consuls were elected. And you couldn't serve 2 consecutive terms. You could serve as many terms as you wanted, but never 2 in a row. And in this way, no one person could gain enough influence and power in the military to threaten the civil government. However, as Rome started expanding, even during the time of the Republic, they started gaining provinces, conquering, moving out of the Italian peninsula. There came times when you were in the middle of a battle and the consul's term came up. So rather than just end it and send a new consul out there and disrupt the flow of command in the middle of battle, they would, I believe it's pronounced, prorogue the consul, extending him another year, or extending his term to the end of the current battle. This first happened in 327 BC, I believe, somewhere in there. It wasn't that. It was in 327 BC, what they did is instead of just extending the consul's command, instead of extending him his term as consul, they still elected a new consul back in Rome, but extended the military command of the current consul, making him the first proconsul. And what a proconsul becomes is a man who has military authority outside of Rome. So the consuls in Rome are still elected every year. But the commanders over provinces, over the military provinces, are given military authority like a consul, but only in their province. The consul in Rome can command the entire army. The consul in Thessalonica can only command the military in Thessalonica. The proconsul of Cyprus can command the army in Cyprus, but nowhere else. He has no authority, civil or military, outside of Cyprus. And if a legion from another town stopped off in Cyprus, they had no need to respect the authority of the deputy or proconsul of Cyprus, because they were not under his authority. This is somewhat different than a governor. See, the proconsul is given authority only over the military. They have military authority. The governors are given both civil and military authority, being appointed. During the Republic, they would have been elected by the Senate, and during the Empire, appointed by the Emperor. So Pilate in Judea, he is governor. He has the power of the judiciary, where he settles the law. He tries all cases. And as we've seen, it is only a governor who has the authority to order execution. Capital punishment must be ordered by a governor. The consul doesn't have this ability. The consul is not able to settle legal disputes. He can settle disputes among the military, but not civilly, because he has no civil authority. Now, the governor still has military authority. He can command the military in his province. The consul only has military authority. So when Paul and the missionary companions are in Cyprus, they go to the deputy, or the proconsul, and the proconsul, they arrested them, but then they had to let them go because they didn't really have the authority to try them civilly, and it would have been a civil case that they were trying. In Corinth, Paul is again arrested and brought before the deputy, or proconsul Gallio. And when Gallio says, look, you brought him to me, if it has something to do with your law, it's not my jurisdiction. I am only a military commander. I have nothing to do with the civil law. You go and deal with it. So they tried to bring him. In Corinth, there was no governor in the city. There would have been a governor like over Greece, but he would have been in a different city. So they're bringing him to the proconsul over the legions in Corinth. And he was telling him, I got no authority in this case. You got to deal with it yourself. Anyways, that's the way I understand it. It's definitely more complicated than that. Politics are always more complicated. And in the modern day, we are unfamiliar, most of us, with how the legal system of Rome actually worked. So it becomes even a little bit more muddled in our heads. But that's the idea, as far as I can tell. And that's all I'm going to say here. As I said, today's been a very hectic day. I wanted to get something out. I will try and get my next two readings out. We are going to be starting in the Epistle of James. So I might only be able to get my introduction to that epistle out today, but we will get it. I will try to get 2 videos out. We will see how that goes. But if you are liking this, I've noticed this last month we got over 1,000 subscribers now. That is a great milestone. I am thrilled. I know I don't show emotion real well. I'm not jumping for joy and laughing, and I just don't do that. But I am very pleased with this. The next goal is 3,000 watch hours in, well, within 1 year. Right now, we are just at around 900, I do believe. The last time I checked, it was just over 900. Now, this calculates for the last 365 days, not 35 days. Last 365 days is what it calculates. And so, whatever was watched 365 days ago, tomorrow won't be counted anymore. So we got to keep it going. Now, with 1,000 subscribers, I will admit that about 700 to 800 of them seem to only watch my shorts, my daily verse and daily quote. But if I could get 200 people to watch 5 minutes a week, then that is 1,000 minutes. And in 3 weeks, we'd have 3,000 watch hours. If my math is correct. So, I'm generally pretty good at math. But 1 video a week, my videos are usually over 5 minutes. About 10 minutes is about average for me. If you could watch 1 video all the way to the end, once a week, I think that by the 4th of July, we would have the 3,000 watch hours. If they're calculating them properly. Might even have up to 4,000, which would be the next goal. So that's what I'm hoping to get. So please, keep watching, share, like, comment. All these things help get the word out, spread the videos around. I do try and get 1 response or reaction video every Sunday. I'm not, until I finish my reading, I'm not going to be as good at that. I'm not going to be able to get it every week, but I'm trying. I am trying to do that. So if you don't like my readings, then check every Sunday, see if I get a response or a reaction video up. But all these things help get out. And I am ecstatic that we are over 1,000 subscribers now, but we need the watch time. Need more subscribers too, but the watch hours is just as important. Anyways, I'm going to leave it here. If you are enjoying it, stay tuned. We will be looking at the Epistle of James next, so I will see you there.